This is the podcast called All Talk, No Regret. Some weddings live in our memory forever, not just because of what happened, but because of how it felt. And these three individuals here, you are the reasons people feel something. I'm your host, Donovan Fernandes, Mr. I'm All Talk, and I want to thank all three of you. First off, my man, DJ Twista from RLE Entertainment. How are you? RLE Sound Crew.
RLE Sound Crew Entertainment, same thing, man.
Welcome back to,
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Always a great presence. Every time we're together, I'm happy. You're happy.
Of course.
Smiles on. That's it. Then we have Mr. Sahil Khan. Would you call yourself a flutist, a musician, the flute hypnosia? What's this? What's the tagline?
The tagline is flute hypnosia.
It is flute hypnosia.
Flute hypnosia.
Yeah.
Hypnotic sounds of flute.
Yeah. It's beautiful. But honestly, thank you very much for being here today.
An honor, man.
And Mr. DJ Atrix from Power Entertainment. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, no. I think we're all ready to have a good time today. And you know what? We're three professionals here today. And honestly, we're going to set the tone and we're going to talk about
You
professionalism.
said three professionals.
4 professionals.
I'm on the mic
himself.
with, I am a professional, but I'm on the mic with three professionals today, right?
Yes, you are.
And I'm really happy just to be here today, just to talk. And let's get right into it. So every entertainer has a turning point, a crowd, a cue, or a crash that made them realize that they were meant for this. They were built for this. Some people say I am built for the microphone, but you three definitely have owned your craft. Now, last time we spoke, I kind of got a good idea of how you first started, but how did you first start DJing? Give us a little bit of your intro story.
A long story.
Go for it.
No,
Chapter 1.
Chapter 1. I was born.
Yeah.
So you're going to be here for a long time.
He wasn't playing.
Pretty much it started like a lot of my family originated from like the music industry and stuff. Like my father knew music and stuff. My uncles and stuff were DJs here before I even started. So they kind of brought me along, strung me along, come learn, do this. This is a good option. And then, long story short, that's how I started DJing. So I just went along with them.
Sahil, how about you? What inspired your path here to become like a live flutist, a live musician at weddings? And not just weddings. I know you do perform other places.
All kinds of places, yeah. So music was at home. My dad's a performing artist. He is a percussionist. He plays tabla. He writes. He sings. All those type of things, right? So music was at home, but that's where flute didn't start. Flute actually started at school. So I was born and raised in India. And in India, we used to have these national days, so to speak, right? And every national day, we'd have these little marching bands. So 6th grade was the first time I picked up a flute, which was literally broken in half. So all I had was the top 3 notes, and all I could play is if anybody can.
That's a story right there. It's like I had half a flute. And
literally speaking, that's exactly where it started.
Found his calling.
The flute found me.
The flute found him.
You know the song Ek Do Teen?
Yeah.
That's a song that I could play on it, Ek Do Teen, and I couldn't play Char Panch Chhe because there were no notes for it. So, anyways, fast forward 6 months, got into this band, school band, and then the journey started.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just to give you a heads up, here in Canada, Toronto, I think every kid has to play like the recorder.
Pretty much. That's half a recorder is where I started.
Yeah.
Top half.
The one that you found right in the corner that was covered in dirt.
My man, literally.
That is
Literally.
Wow.
No word of a lie, literally.
I
I actually got in trouble because I picked it up and I took it home, and my aunt at the time got really upset. She was like, "What is this? You gotta
someone
throw it
out
away."
there on AI hear this story and come up with like this AI video and like have like this sad flute story playing in the background and some little like half nude like Indian boy going to go find this.
It's a flute glowing in the corner.
Yeah, it found me. But seriously,
hindsight, that's exactly what it feels like.
wow,
That's crazy.
now
Changed the course of my life.
And this is going to be a good question for the both of you because, like, you two are like great DJs. You are obviously in the Tamil market, and you are in the Indian market, like South Asian, mainly Punjabi market.
Punjabi Bollywood, yeah.
So why the KSquare Experience team? Why them? How did you join them?
Well,
I was born.
I was
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time, KSquare was walking around. Little Indian boy.
Yeah.
Found me in the corner.
He found you.
Half of you.
With the other half of the flute. Sorry.
Yeah. No, so I used to work for a AV company, and I started doing a lot of setups and stuff with a lot of companies in the industry, actually. And me and KSquare got close and started working together. I started like the AV side of the company, and slowly got on from there, doing like setups, panels, lighting, and all that stuff. And then went on DJing along with them as well.
Okay. And like, did you like build your DJ skills prior to meeting him, or?
So I've been DJing for about 17, 18 years. I met KSquare, I'd say, what year is it? 2026 right now?
2025.
I met him about in 2017-ish.
Okay. So almost like when we first met. Yeah.
Pretty much. We technically met through KSquare.
So speaking of how we first met, like I know like prior to probably working with me, I had a reputation.
Yeah.
I just want to know, like, what was that reputation you heard of me, and how did you prep yourself to deal with me? And actually, that's a question for all of you. I'm curious to know because I know, like, I'm very meticulous with my ways, right? But I just want to know, like, what reputation did I have, and how did you prep yourselves to working with me?
Well, even before working with the KSquare team, like I was a DJ, I still knew the industry. My market was a little different before I joined KSquare. Right now, my market has transitioned into Bollywood, bigger weddings, that kind of stuff. So the first way that he actually introduced me to you is he's like, "You're going to have a professional MC with you today." I'm like, "Cool. Like, yeah. I've worked with professional MCs before." He's like, "This guy's good. He's going to take the mic from you. You don't have to talk." I'm like, "Okay."
Yes.
less stress on my head.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. And then took the whole show, and then boom.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I did what?
Boom. Boom. I actually don't remember the first time we gigged together.
Okay.
Do you?
Probably Mexico.
Was it Mexico?
Probably Mexico.
It probably was in Mexico.
Yeah. Jason, how about you?
I had the opportunity to meet with or work with one of the MCs, like the OG MCs, Pac the MC. So he
Shout
was
out
like,
Pac the MC.
there you go, shout out Pac. He was a prominent Tamil MC, and when he was running the game, I was like already prepped by my team. You know, this is how you want to work with a professional MC. So I had a bit of experience there. And then when my boss told me that one day I'm working with Donovan, he's like, "Yo, he's particular." He's like, "You better know and understand what he's doing before you start, and make sure you nail it down." And yeah, honestly, I walked in there with a clear mind that day. And when we met, you know, we just, you know, we grabbed a quick bite together, I think. I don't know what we were doing.
Yeah.
We sat down at the table. I think that's how you get your cue cards and stuff in order. So we sat down at the table, talked it over, walked over to my laptop, and, you know, went through all the cues and all that. And then we made the show happen. Yeah.
Now, Sahil, do you remember the first time we met? I do.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
It was a I think it was the Must Be Kismet wedding show.
I was going to assume that. Yeah.
And you texted me your intro.
Yeah.
Your intro was so long. And I'm like, "Bro, I ain't gonna read this, man."
I was gonna pick a couple of bullet points.
Yeah. But
Pick anything you like.
So long. I'm like, something about like you worked with Coca-Cola, you've did all those
Coke Studio, yeah.
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 Right. And all these things. I'm like, but
Good memory, man.
oh yeah, I have the elephant brain on that one. But here's a fun question. We actually got into a little argument this past.
Yes, we did
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, do you remember what it was about?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. And this is
that was
something
an
I learned
interesting
about
one.
you.
That was an interesting
No
one.
way.
Yeah.
So we did a mixed wedding.
Yes.
Mixed wedding, i.e., it was half Bengali and half Muslim, if I'm not mistaken, something along the lines, or half Tamil or something like it.
It was like, no, I think she was like Chinese and half Bengali.
Half Bengal, something like
Yeah.
it, right? And it was at the Brighton, if I'm not mistaken,
yes,
right?
go ahead.
So we get together, we're doing our thing, and obviously, what we're trying to do is trying to make use of each other's talent to position the evening well and make it flow well, right?
Yes.
That was the whole idea
It's
of the
production.
premise.
I think that's the word.
Production.
That we use.
That's
We
the
call it
key word.
Production. Yes.
Production, right? So we were working on the production element of it, right? And obviously, you have your skills, I have my skills, I have my thought process of how to actually transition or position it, right? You had yours. Obviously, we were not on the same page, right?
Not that.
So you wanted to transition it into a specific way, and it kind of derailed my chain of thought or my motion, if you would, right?
Yes.
And we had to literally quickly congregate and compare our notes and say, you know what, this is not how we want to position this. We want to position it in a way that everyone gets hyped up, everyone's good to go, and then we position it with the DJ. And the DJ, if you remember, was actually from the family.
The family. He was a family DJ.
He was a family DJ, so he would do the announcements. He would do the announcements, and he would be in the pictures and run and do the cueing of the music
yeah.
all over the map, right?
Yeah. They hired
With you there?
with me there.
With him there, man, it was so that again
very.
put
That's
a little bit of a spin, right?
that's a no-go.
Think it's your sister's wedding and you were actively DJing. You are the DJ.
I wouldn't do that,
Right?
but
Can't do that.
yeah.
I mean, to each their own. I mean, hindsight, it is what it is, right? But we weren't on the same page, so we just quickly, went outside, chatted out, how we want to.
Oh no, we didn't check. We
All
had
right, yeah, you bring it on. You bring it on.
Professional, man. Chatted it out.
But like we managed ourselves and we kept. I think you were very direct, and I touched the levels.
Oh, I don't remember. Oh, yes, that's right.
I made it higher, and you're like, "Don't ever touch my levels." Like,
yeah, levels, man. Levels is a thing,
but
right?
that's great. But like, you came up to me, you said what you had to say. I said what I had to say.
Man, you have a good memory.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
shook
remember
hands.
any of that. Yes.
We shook hands.
Yeah.
And then we run in, and then we rocked the show.
Rock the show.
And we actually had people dancing during dinner to Sahil, and I was emceeing with them. And
What?
Yeah, it was mind blowing, man. It was mind blowing, exactly how we had envisioned, right? And the thing is, the method to madness there. Sorry to interrupt, Donovan. The thing was there that it was half Bengali wedding.
Yeah.
So there were a couple of songs that I had in the roster that I know are going to be like rock solid for them, right? With them, for them, right? And everyone was at the dance floor, and obviously there on Donovan took it on as a featured performance, and it was
great.
phenomenal. We got a pretty crazy reel out of it, actually. Matter of fact,
yeah. Shout out to the Event Maverick for that one.
yeah, absolutely.
So sometimes I'm really happy we brought this up because sometimes you surround yourself by professionals. Other times you're playing next to someone who just brought their gear last week. Let's talk about the switch ups. Okay. This is for all of you. How do you adjust from working with like high level professionals one day and then working with amateurs or people that are just starting the next? See, I can talk about DJs and other performers. You can talk about DJs, artists, MCs, everything.
All the
Because that's hard. Because like we're very blessed that we get like we are aligned with like the A pluses.
yeah.
And very consistently. But there are times when we're walking in and it's like you're dealing with the amateurs.
Yep.
How do you adjust yourselves? Someone take the reins on this one.
Just to be empathetic, I mean, you've worked with the best, you know what to do. So being empathetic towards that amateurs, shout out to the amateurs,
Yeah. All the people coming up.
Gotta start
Thrown
somewhere.
into-
Well, we all started there.
Yeah.
So
We all should. Yeah. I mean, at least one point, someone's been thrown into the fire for some sort of. So being empathetic, and then, sometimes I get asked questions like, "Hey, what do I do or how would I introduce?" Or, they probably know of us, and they're like, "Hey, man, I know you've done tons of weddings or parties and whatnot, and how do you think I can hype this crowd up, or how do you think I can do it?" And you know what? I actually think of what Donovan would say. I'd think of what like if it's a Tamil wedding, I'd think of what Pac would say. If it's like super mixed wedding, I'd think of what my boy Jeeves would say. He's sort of a rapper in a sense. So I just give them a few pointers, and I pretty much give them the energy to kind of be themselves because that's just all it. I mean, that's just can't really teach someone on the fly.
Yeah, you're
So-
100% right. Like,
Yeah.
But do you have any red flags that like sometimes you look at someone and you're just like, man,
And you know what? Shout out to you, my friend, for being empathetic, right? Because my problem is, and I'm sure we are on the same page with this.
Sahil's coming up. Let's go.
You know, the thing is that here's my modus operandi, right? And I believe all four of us and the folks that we deal with on a day in, day out basis, I'm not talking about the outliers, right? They are of the same mindset. Mindset is very simple, that we are part of a wedding that is probably one of the most important points in the
someone's
life.
life, yes.
Someone's life, right?
Yeah.
It is so elevated that there will be a speech, someone will cry. 5 minutes later, there will be a performance, somebody will laugh. 10 minutes later, somebody will have a performance, everyone will be on the dance floor. Right? 5 minutes later, there will be another speech and somebody's crying, right? So you are dealing with that level of, you know, plus and minuses, if you would, peaks and valleys in terms of emotion.
Of course.
So you are
Energy.
there. Energy. Thank you.
yeah.
Exactly, right? So you are there to make sure that you manage that energy, read that energy, reciprocate to that energy, and add value in terms of production, in terms of, you know, what you're being paid for and everything else, right? That to me personally, and good for you that you're being empathetic, but to me, it is a full time, like I'm reeled in. Like when I'm there, I am reeled in. I am looking at everyone. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at the DJ. I'm looking at what the energy is, right?
You need to be a people watcher.
People
You
watchers.
have to watch the people.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because
100%.
like for someone like me, like when I walk in, I'm like looking around. The first thing I do is I go around and I say hello to everybody. That is the number one thing. And I always tell people who are starting off, my empathetic coaching is I go up to them and say, hey, nice to meet you. But I always advise, even like my new MCs, go introduce yourselves to everybody.
Yeah.
That is key. No egos on that one. Right?
100%.
But some of like my red flags are ones that are not coachable, ones that don't listen. Like for example, hey man, that was kind of awkward right there when I introduced the speech and you didn't play any music.
Yeah.
Can you please play some music? And then they're so worried, and then they go from like 100 to 0 back to 100. I'm like, what do you do?
Yeah.
And I always tell couples, I can work with anybody and everyone, but it is a lot more work when you don't have a professional there,
Yeah.
right? Or someone who's starting off. It is a lot more work for me because I have to coach them, right? And sometimes you have people that are coachable, and sometimes you have people that are not coachable.
That's fair.
Something to be said about flow as well, right? Like the thing is, you are teaching someone and you are training someone on the client's dime. And I think that is a bit unfair to them, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, yes, you can probably have a side conversation and say, you know what, moving forward, we could do this and that, the other. But the thing is, the moment is lost, sir.
Yeah.
The moment is lost. And it's all about that moment that I'm there, you're there, and we're there for, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's my only key takeaway from that. Obviously empathetic is good, but that has to be like a side thing, side question. It can't be while we are production ready.
Yeah.
That's my only
Because
key takeaway from
you're
that.
right. I think when we all walk into the venues, we're all locked in.
Locked in.
There is an assignment, we know what to do, and we know how to do it well.
Yeah.
And you're right, there are things that can honestly throw us off, which is why I kind of asked, like, what are your red flags like when you work with different vendors? You all kind of like went silent on that one. But like, don't name names, just like you could talk about like attitude. Like there's
I
attitude.
think showing up late is also one thing.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if it's not a professional MC and then the family MCs showing up at like halfway through cocktail hour. And when especially if it's an amateur person you're working with, I generally advise my client, I would like to meet with them 30 minutes prior to cocktail hour. So I can give them like, that meeting as per se.
the empathetic
meeting would
The
be
empathetic
happening
Empathetic
before-
meeting, how to hold a microphone,
All
the
those things,
angles,
very
the whole
important.
9
Even
yards,
cocktail
right?
hour, we're locked in. So we want to have that little quick chat before cocktail hour starts. So, the red flag would be, I think for me personally, would be the late part.
Like, but yeah, it's also another thing is like us as professionals will come to the event knowing that this is our job,
Yeah.
right? We come in with confidence. A lot of newer guys, like, no disrespect to them, like they are coming to the event not knowing what's happening at the event. Whereas we kind of do know the flow for all the events. Usually we know what's happening. There's cocktail hour, entrances, performances, dance floor. We know sort of the event flow. Whereas people would come in not having the confidence, worried about, oh, what's happening next. That kind of pushes them down. Like you were saying, the volume up and down, that kind of stuff. Right? It's a confidence thing, right? That you're not confident in what you're playing to have that as a background music.
It's an experience thing too, right?
Or the equipment.
Or the equipment,
Right?
exactly.
I know there's a few gentlemen that I've been working with in the past few months. They don't own the DJ controller.
Yeah.
And someone actually drops off a DJ controller. So
Yeah.
I work with them 2 weeks in a row, and one time it was an RX3, the other time it was CDJ something. Well, how would you get used to faders? Faders is such an important thing, right? So, anyways,
Yeah, no, that's
my few cents.
Yeah, no, especially like as a DJ, we need to know what we're using as equipment. Like, especially for Donovan. Donovan knows what mic he's getting handed. It's either you're getting a Sennheiser or you're getting a Shure,
yeah.
right? I don't know when the last time you've used a
Oh my gosh.
8KJ mic was.
Audio technical.
Audio, yeah.
Audio Technica.
Audio technical, like very, very high range stuff. Like we don't use that up
Yeah.
things, but
Or no corded mics.
yeah, or a
Dense.
wired mic, right?
Yeah.
I've seen events, right,
Yeah.
that I walk into the hall because what I usually do is when I go to, say, a hall, like I always go next door to see whoever's there, meet them, shake hands, right, introduce myself if I don't know them.
Yeah.
If I know them, chill with them, go get McDonald's, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Attitude goes a long way.
Yeah. But sometimes I'll see DJs come there with a 100-foot XLR to the mic, and the MC is actually professional.
Dang.
I'm like,
Yeah, that's
yeah, I'm gonna I
Red
don't even know
flag
what to
right
say.
there.
That's
Cringe,
red flag.
corded
Cringe,
mic. The corded
cringe,
mic.
man,
If you see
cringe.
that,
That's equipment
run.
stuff.
Yeah, imagine handing him a corded mic.
Have your own equipment, invest in your craft is very key.
It's one. So, again, I think we're all very blessed to be on that level of professionals on a high tier.
It does take time though. Yeah.
It
does take time.
100 takes time. It takes experience. It takes, it takes that look that Sahil's giving me right now. He's sick. He's so serious.
Like, shake my head.
I don't know, man.
He's
It's just
thinking
one of
back to the
those
controller
things.
guy.
Yeah, controller guy.
Oh my god.
Just take now just add that wired
How
mic
do
to
you
it.
not own a controller, man?
Well,
and how are you a DJ and not own
No,
a
so
controller?
in the DJ's defense,
Was it you?
He's the empathetic guy.
As a
He's the
DJ, I'm a back the
empathetic
guy up in a fifth halfway because we got to be well versed in multiple. Like
Exactly.
we've used CDJs and controllers all the way from like 2 channels to 4. And if he's well versed in both, I'm not sure how he performed for you that day.
No, it didn't perform well. Therefore,
Okay, so there we have it.
therefore,
You got to invest in your stuff.
Okay.
you
all right.
have to.
100%.
Forget what I'm about to say then.
Look, we're all familiar using equipment. We know
Yeah.
what to use. Like I could use turntables, I could use CDJs.
Yeah.
But if the DJ is showing up not knowing what he's getting,
Yeah.
as I think that's what happened.
Sensitivity.
He shows up,
You
oh,
said
wow.
the
What about
volume
text?
goes up and down.
Okay,
Sensitivity of the faders.
I was
right?
going to transition to something else, but I got to ask, what about techs? Because you and I had a little scenario where it's like a tech knew everything and you were not getting the right sound you needed to
Oh, yeah.
give that. Do you guys ever run into those techs? I've been in this business for 20
was that
years.
drop names?
Absolutely.
No, let's not. I don't want to.
I want to know who it is.
No, I'm just saying, like, I've seen, but then they don't know how to like adjust sound or adjust. Like, can you not hear the feedback? Why didn't you tell me the speaker's right above me? Right? Like, yeah.
Too
Where,
much confidence.
where was this? Remind me.
I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to, but we just had an experience like where your sound wasn't coming out strong enough. It was outdoors.
Why do I not remember? But that's okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, now I
yeah,
do.
It was like,
Yeah, it was like literally 2 weeks ago.
yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Again, there is a lot of learning, training, etc. that needs to happen in the industry, right? Obviously, they didn't have a wedding coordinator. They were at this venue, not knowing what is it all about in terms of the sound restrictions, right? You had this venue, and right beside it, $1 million homes, not million, sorry, $5 million+ homes, right? So active noise restriction issues and everything else. And as the nightfall approaches, the dBs drop. And that's where the temperature of the audience is increasing because I gotta romp them up before I hand them to you for the reception.
And I love the way that was awesome because you did their ceremony.
Yep.
Then you did the cocktail hour. And I'm like, Sahil, can you please just like build the energy so that way they come into the reception hall kind of ready to have a good time. By the way,
Correct. Absolutely.
I ripped that wedding. I turned that wedding inside out like for like a non-alcoholic wedding on a Sunday.
Sunday night.
And they were running late and the sound was like, obviously like I turned that place upside down. Right?
I'm not surprised.
I gave them a dance floor. I gave them a good dance floor. So now this is where I'm going to transition to the next thing. When the MC, DJ, and performers are all in sync, it's just not a party, it's a production.
It is indeed.
And I know you love that line. But what's the real benefit of working with a professional MC?
Flow. The flow is everything, right? Flow manages energy, flow manages expectations, flow manages production, flow manages everyone's emotions, right? All of that is critical, and I think yourself and any other professional MCs, they bring that specific thing to the table, right? And again, for co-producers like ourselves, yourselves and other artists alike, that becomes that much more easy because you know what to expect, and you know what the interaction is going to look like and how you're going to actually fit into the puzzle.
Okay, how about for you? Because like I know you still have both. Like you have professionals and then you have non-professional MCs. Like how does it make a difference for you?
Especially when working with a professional, like from planning with the couple, bride and groom, or whoever the client is, to the execution, it's all seamless.
That's the key. Yeah,
that's the key, right? Whereas if it's not a professional, you're gonna have little issues. Execution is key. Like it's something that we've all done before. We have the experience to get it done at a very high level.
Yeah. Jay?
Yeah, I mean, along that too, I mean, when energy levels drop, and naturally it could drop, you sort of rely on your MC and your MC relies on you. It's sort of a great partnership that,
it builds a great vibe, especially when I get to work with all three of you. I'm like, all right, we have the ability here to really take things up. Like we have a challenging wedding coming up, but I'm ready for it.
Yeah, so am I.
I'm so ready for it.
Mentally, you got to prepare for it, right? So,
right? It's basically, the music's got to be 100% clean. Right? It's got to be 100% clean. But let's talk about the reverse on that. You three get harassed, and I've seen it harassed by intoxicated people and their requests. Sahil, I'm sure they come up to you as well, and like you have like, let's call it the drunks. Right, the intoxicated people.
Do they bother musicians?
I've been a little lucky, I would say. I've not had those challenges as much as I think the DJs would have.
I want to hear like, how do you deal with that? I got it. Like, go please.
You want to go?
You go first.
See, the MC will. Hey, Tricks. You want some flow?
We deal with it all the time, honestly, because it's. I'd say it's a part of the job.
Yeah.
Right. And there has to be a good way to deal with it. Like as a professional, like especially in Punjabi weddings.
Oh yeah.
Right. You have those people that are gonna come harass. Like I have stories of myself. I've been glasses thrown at me, forks thrown at me.
Yeah.
Right. I've been held up against walls.
Joke.
Right. It's not funny. Like I've had chairs and stuff thrown at me.
Okay. So this was one time I did a wedding and I had this big guy. He was like 6'6".
Yeah.
He literally came and grabbed me. He's like, this is the words that came out. If you ever disrespect Guru Randhawa, like who's an artist? I'm like, who? I'm like, who?
Yeah.
I haven't met this guy. He's like, he's coming out. He's going to perform. I'm like, oh, so he's telling me not to disrespect.
Not to disrespect.
Okay, cool. And he just kept looking at him like, what have I done? Like, where did this come from?
Wow.
It's literally the alcohol. Like I've had people, like, you don't play my song. I'm like,
wow.
I'll play it. Like I didn't say no to you. And I, honestly, usually if it's a guts, because we have a very big library of songs. And a lot of people do come up to me or come up to us as DJs saying, play this. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, I could play that. And I play it right away because it doesn't pop into my head. Once that song gets requested, I'm like, okay, now I have 30 more songs that are in my head. that are playing.
that can
So
flow with
sometimes
that.
it works very well.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's someone played this song that, oh, that just came out tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it's coming out.
Yeah, that like I have it. It's coming out tomorrow. I'm like, that's not gonna work, right?
And for
And
you,
you tell
Twist-
them.
Yeah, because like I know you don't have to deal with the Punjabi people.
I've dealt with them before. I've
Oh, okay.
done Punjabi weddings as well.
Okay.
And, I could attest to that. They're
You just have to be respectful.
ecstatic.
Tell
Yeah.
them respectfully.
Just be respectful. Yeah.
That's the only way. If you don't tell them respectfully, then they'll come back second time, third time. Then obviously you're gonna have issue because they will come back.
I think if you
don't
come
listen.
off snobby, you're gonna get that right
you're
back
gonna
at
get
you.
that right back at you.
If you kind of show them, you're just
So like, what's snobby? Seriously,
snobby is like
yo, play this song like that. Is that snobby or is that like?
no? If the DJ goes back at you, snobby. So you say you're like,
Okay, ready?
Yo, play this song.
I'm gonna practice. Ready?
Oh, here we go.
Hey, excuse me. Can you please play this song for me?
You're being
Sorry,
so
man.
nice.
I
bro.
got my own music tonight. No request tonight. So.
Really?
You're being too polite.
You're
You
being
have to
too
throw the
nice.
chair at
No,
him.
you gotta say you're coming at me drunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say you're coming at me
Yeah,
drunk.
okay.
Can you do?
As
it?
I'll-
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
You're the drunk guy.
He's been through the worst. So.
yeah.
Hey, bro. Song right now. Play. Play right now.
Sorry,
This song
man.
like this.
Sorry, man. I'm playing dancehall right now, man. Just,
Punjabi song right now.
I got you, bro. I got you. Don't worry. That's the worst attitude that you want.
Yeah, that is the worst.
So like, it almost comes like there's a big. Actually, there is a fine line between interaction and then harassment.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
There was one time I got it was a 900 person wedding, and you've all seen my introduction. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, right?
Mm-hmm.
This guy came up to me. He was like a youthful looking uncle, but like a muscle uncle. He's like, you have a very nice voice, but I'm going to ask you to stop talking and just play the damn music in the midst of my introduction.
What?
Right? And then he went back and he sat down. I'm like, so, and then I started going, how's everyone doing here tonight? Woo. And he gets back up. What did I just tell you? And I'm doing as I'm doing the intro.
Wow.
And I basically had to stop, go tell his friend, like, get him out of here, please. Get him out of
Was
here.
he family or was he
He was
close family?
family.
Oh.
That was so awkward. But
Wow.
anyways, I'm going to move on right now to another fun segment because, like, you know what?
Oh, he's
like,
looking at me.
I will look at you.
No, he's looking at me.
Oh, he's
why?
I don't
Oh,
know.
I'm looking at everybody.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Right? So most people see the packed dance floor. They don't see the busted cables, the bad lighting, the audio limits, or hotel staff telling you to turn it down. What's it like showing up to an event with poor equipment and bad restrictions, like insane restrictions?
So I carry, I would say about 80% of my equipment.
Yeah.
So I have pretty much very little to no dependence on the DJs, on the venue, on the client, no tech writers, none of that, right? But the output side of the house, which is usually the speakers, right? That is usually at the venues, outdoors or indoors, right? And sometimes, I'm kind of vertically integrated. So, bring the speakers as well, right? Just to make sure that everyone has an absolutely phenomenal experience, right? Now, going to a venue where the sound is not there or the sound isn't where it needs to be, I always try to mitigate it by being there early. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? I'm there super early, like super early, right? To make sure that, and even at known venues, right? Known venues too, I'd go there because orientation changes. Sometimes you're using the venue in a longitudinal way, sometimes in a longer way, a wider way. So how the sound needs to throw, all those things are very important. So I think I mitigate that by being there early. Even referring to that event 2 weeks ago, right,
Yeah.
where there were sound restrictions. There early, try to make the most of it before the sunset. Sorry, right, to make sure that the audience had an even experience. And then unfortunately the decibels had to go down. So it is a bit of a give and take. You just have to prep for it, know about it beforehand. By far never had an experience where the sound. Mexico, remember we had the subs were an issue, but these guys were on top of it, right?
Yeah.
International waters, they were on top of it. The subs were added, everything was
Yep.
done, last minute, and it sounded, oh my
Yeah.
god.
Speaking of destination weddings, how do you prep your stuff for destination
Oh,
weddings? Like,
man.
how do you get from destination A to B, especially since you carry, what was it, like 90% of the equipment or 80% of the equipment?
Yeah. So
How does that work?
Donovan, that's a brilliant question, man. There is so much time and effort that has been put into having the equipment A class, right? A class also means the footprint of the equipment is actually very little. The sound that is actually coming out of it is 7-star, right? I don't carry that grade of equipment when I'm doing shows here. I don't have to. I'm able to actually depend on a slightly bigger footprint, right, in terms of that. But yeah, international shows, man, the footprint is completely different. You can't carry the entire repertoire, if you would, to Mexico or to Nice or to
but like
anywhere.
at what point, because like you are surrendering your instruments to the airline at that
my
time.
God.
Like this is the stuff. Walk us through the entire process. Like I don't know how you do it.
So my flight case has been to every continent except for South Africa and Australia.
Okay.
So it is bulletproof, pretty much, right? So I mean, you still have to go through a special check-in where they put the golf clubs and everything else. There is a special check-in for the flute case and all those things.
It's an oversized piece of luggage.
It is an over.
yeah.
That's the common notion. Folks think you play flute. No, I don't play flute. I play flutes. And yeah, right. And then there's literally a repertoire of 40 flutes that you got to carry
Wow,
if you
yeah.
need to actually do the entire performance, right?
production.
Like the Mexico show that we did. I did the wedding ceremony.
Did the ceremony. Yeah.
Then we went into the cocktail hour the next day.
Yeah.
And the next day was a reception, right?
Yeah.
Every flute in my repertoire got used.
Yeah,
Right?
all
Because
different.
meditational flutes are more bassy, more longer, more thicker,
Yeah.
Long story short, it is a bit of an emotional experience to say bye to the flutes because you never know they will show up I know they will show up safe if they show up. But I've had shows in Atlanta. I had an experience. Man, Atlanta, I had an experience. I checked it in and it didn't show up.
What? How?
didn't show up.
So what did you do?
I knew you will ask.
Yeah, of course.
I had a
I was waiting for other people to ask.
I was going to ask too.
I had a secondary set with me. I had 5 flutes.
Checked in?
No, in my hand luggage.
Like your duffel.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had 5 flutes that I kept with me, which covers me for about 20% of my repertoire. But at least, I was production ready.
Wow.
Luckily, there was another flight by Air Canada right after, so they put it on there, and I could check in the hotel and come
Yeah,
back and all
that's
that. So
scary.
kind of worked out,
But,
but
like,
very
even-
scary.
That's scary.
But like prepping for destination weddings, like you and I have one coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, in December. Right. But people think this traveling life, it's fun.
Oh,
It's
only if
It's work.
it's
still work.
work. Like getting up early.
more work.
Getting up early in the mornings, making sure you're through the flight. God bless Nexus, right? And like, going through these, like just being on a plane. The worst is when you're on a plane and someone just starts coughing and sneezing right beside you. You're like, oh, I'm next. I'm gonna get sick. Like I start kind of like covering my mouth or I'll wear like the mask and just to ensure. But like even like at destinations, like there's a lot of downtime sometimes. Like, but when you're on, you're on.
You're on.
And like you got to make sure that these clients are
Yeah.
are happy,
We're happy, yeah.
are taken care of. Go that extra mile. It's and that's like my thing with any wedding, but even like destination weddings. Go the extra mile
Absolutely.
because sometimes that room cost is more than your fee.
Yeah.
You're in
Honestly-
Mexico like once a month.
Yeah. A lot.
That practically lives there, this guy.
See, I'm gonna butt in a little bit. So I don't know if this is the right word, but there's a stigma. People usually think of like we're sending vendors to abroad they're gonna go have fun, right? They have a lot of downtime. I personally think like destination weddings are harder,
Yep.
right? 'Cause
Big
it's
time.
big time harder.
Big
right?
time.
Here, okay, we're driving. We're gonna wake up. We're gonna go to get ready, hit the gym, go to the hall. There, you're gonna have to wake up, make sure you're on time, make sure all your equipment is working because there it's not your equipment. You're working with a lot of other
all
vendors.
foreign.
It's all foreign equipment. You got to see if your sound system matches up, if your laptop works with the controller, that kind of stuff. So personally, I think it's a little harder. the hours are more strict as well.
Yes.
Right, waking up on time, that kind of stuff.
People
Here-
think it's like us just eating at the buffets, relaxing by
Exactly.
the pool.
Only if, man. Only
Yeah.
if.
we do that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say we don't. Like Sahil has to take his flutes. The only thing I need to worry about is my swimming shorts.
Yes.
Right, I take that in my backpack, not in my check-in.
Good for you, man. I'm jealous.
But it's harder here. Say we run into like troubleshooting issues and stuff, right? Oh, my laptop glitched out. Cool. I can make a call, get another laptop.
Yeah.
Right? I got a faulty mic, or I ran out of XLR cables, power cables. I can make a call, get the cables done in the next 20 minutes. In Mexico, it's harder, or any destination abroad.
Yeah.
So all that preparation is pretty much what our job is there, and that's something like I feel like not everyone understands.
100%. Right? I think like most people just got to do their research and listen to your vendors. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
But now you get hired to bring the energy. But what happens when the room is dead before you even start? Now you're probably asking, where am I going with this? Like you walk into a wedding, there's no lighting, there's no decor, and the setup feels more like a boardroom. How important is it that the right decor person is picked and they bring life to the room before we even walk in? How important is that to you guys and your vibe?
Very, very important. Like AV and decor are two things that create the ambiance of the event.
Yes.
For example, take this room. Look at the lighting.
Yeah.
It sets the mood. It sets the vibe.
Yeah. You're
Right?
right.
And when you start stacking up everything, right audio equipment, right cameras, the right people, right, the right vendors,
Yeah.
that's what brings together the whole event.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Like I've walked into some where it did feel like a boardroom. I'm like, okay, it kind of just sucks.
Brings you down a bit.
It brings me down just
Yeah.
a bit. But like when like some of these great decor companies come out and they bring their fire and you walk in, you feel motivated to work. You feel like I'm here. Like it's like you're ready to like you get inspired,
Yeah.
right? Sahil, because like you remember you have seen all the good, the bad, the ugly,
Everything.
right?
Good. Everything from, I wouldn't say anything is ugly, to be honest, right?
Yes.
I know what you're saying in terms
Yeah.
of the gamut of
Yeah.
things, right? But you know, my take at things is a little different. But again, that is also a subset of my experience of what I do when I do, right? I play for the wedding ceremonies as well, which usually could be something very, very subliminal, very, you know, take it easy, right? Receptions are more flamboyant, if you would, right? So a lot of money is spent, you know, a lot of production value is brought to the receptions, right? So wedding ceremonies and stuff like that, man, you have to read the audience, you have to read the energy, you have to read the setup, right? And perhaps at the wedding ceremony, they are there for the right reason, which is to actually get the couple married and give them the blessings. So my role then is to actually, you know, emote to that effect, right? Play music that is so appropriate to it, right? So decor at that point really doesn't play a role in my personal work, but I understand, I get it. Like, you know, I mean, DJ reception, you know, you have to have a flamboyance. There is a degree of flamboyance that comes along with the setup, right?
Yes.
So I think, yeah, my take it is a little bit more subdued when it comes to decor. I'm a little indifferent. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
No, but like I did a wedding last week and I walked in and the decor was like, wow. And I'm like, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, you're
Let's do this. Right. So I always tell like couples, like make sure your decor is great because like it plays a huge factor in terms of what we're going to do and set things up.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of setting things up, I want to have a little fun with you guys before we go today. Okay. I'm going to play a little game. It's called Fix the Wedding.
Start with this guy.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Okay.
Empathetic,
We'll go that way.
empathetic guy.
Okay. Here you go. You walk into the venue, right? You were told your equipment's going to be there.
Yeah.
The equipment's not there. You're about to start in 1 hour. What do you do?
I have a bunch of backup cables that go from cable to, say, my laptop. I have my laptop with me or my phone. I'll go to the nearest where the outlets are, plug in the outlets, start playing music.
That's it. So you have backup equipment.
Yeah, I have backup cables ready
Always.
to
Okay.
go. Always.
All right.
I mean, that's from experience, but
Sign up for professional right there.
yeah.
Backup for a backup.
Perfect. Okay.
Always.
Let me see if I give a harder one to Sahil.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Okay. The planner's late. The sound check never happened. The bride is crying. You have an uncle. What?
No, it's Sahil's face.
No. I'm just counting it. I'm just counting in my head.
Yeah.
One true, second true, third true, fourth one.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay.
Has happened.
Yeah. And as soon as you walk in, the uncle's demanding that you start right now.
That hasn't happened. Okay.
What do you do?
What do I do? I start.
Samurai sword.
You just start.
I start, man. I start.
You don't wait for it. Okay. There we go.
I start. Right?
Alright.
Hasn't happened to me yet, right? Because a subset of those four, three of the four has happened. But the fourth one hasn't. But if it does, I start playing,
Okay.
right? There is a method to madness, right? You won't play the bigger flutes because it's lower volume. You know, you'd pick the higher flutes. You'll start to do things to bridge the gap till it becomes production ready.
Okay. Here we go.
Sick answer.
I got yours now.
Okay, cool.
Okay. The ceremony starts at 9:00 in the morning. Okay.
Okay.
Starts at 9:00. You wake up in bed and see it's 8:55. What do you do?
What do I do?
Besides freaking out,
What do you do?
has it happened?
It actually has not happened.
Yeah. No.
Knock on wood, bro.
This is hypothetical. Everyone's like,
Worst nightmare ever.
That's a
what do you do?
No, like you said, like we have backups of backups.
Yeah.
Right. I have a toothbrush, mouthwash in my car.
Nice.
I'm out of the door.
Okay.
Right. Usually, most of the time, especially when I have morning ceremonies and morning events, my stuff is packed in my car the night before.
Yeah.
100%.
Or it usually is for the whole week.
100%.
It usually is for the whole week. It's always in the car.
100%.
It's always in the car.
Yeah, but I hit the road. But 9:55, I don't think I'm going to make it on time, but I would call the client.
Okay.
Or call whoever the planner is.
Here we
I'll
go.
be there.
You have a flat tire now on the highway.
Leave my car.
What do you do?
Leave my car, call an Uber.
And say that again.
Leave my car, call an Uber.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's the
Or call my backup person.
Yeah.
Someone from my team. Please make it
Denominator
there on time.
being
Yeah.
whatever it takes.
We have to get the event done.
Whatever it
'cause
takes.
Okay.
This is a career or a job that
yes.
we are working with people that do this maybe once in their life.
Yep.
Right? It's an event that happens and it's a very big event for them. And like say there's a lot of questions we get asked and stuff like what happens you wake up sick, right? You break your leg the next day, right? They're all hypothetical questions, but we always need to mentally have our plans.
Yeah.
Put your cast on and walk in, man.
That's it.
Or have someone ready, right?
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of ways we could get that. I call the planner, have background music running, that kind of stuff.
Got it. Okay. So
we always have a
before,
plan.
awesome. I was gonna, because we're on such a time constraint, I was gonna say you guys should grill me, but I will have an
wanted
answer
to.
after. Sure, not a problem. But before we wrap up, if there's one thing every couple or aspiring performer should hear, what should it be?
Sahil?
So everyone's just like, Sahil? Guide us, please.
Observe, right? There is enough material out there that if you are motivated, driven, pushed enough to do the right thing, observe, right? Observe on Instagram how folks are rolling. Yes, Instagram is curated stories, I get it. But at the same time, curation is also a subset of how the best case scenario is going to end up, right? And if that's the case, then learn, observe, grasp, and see if you can replicate that specific experience, right? That's observe. That's the keyword.
How about you?
Could you repeat your question?
Like if there's something you want like couples or aspiring DJs to know, what would it be? What's your words of wisdom?
Trust the professional to do what they're, you know what I mean?
Trust the
100%.
professional.
Yeah, trust them.
Yeah.
Trust them.
Don't try to manipulate their craft and carve them
Well
into
put.
something that they're not.
Well put.
That makes sense.
How about you?
Just honestly,
I know.
I don't know, I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's-
but for couples and stuff, it's always plan. Get the help you need to execute. Right. That's why there are professionals.
Yeah.
Right. And for other, I'd say, aspiring DJs, like push through. Everyone has their own time, and everyone will get their time.
Atrix, Twista, Sahil, legends in their own lanes, and proof that when professionals show up, everything levels up. This was All Talk, No Regrets, the podcast. Thank you all for being here with me.
Man.
Donovan Fernandes, Mr. I Am All Talk.